Hello, my name is Sasha. I'm a researcher at Paradigm and Humanode. And today I want to talk about Humanode not just as a technology, but as a philosophy. And during these 15 minutes, we'll journey through the history of thought, exploring how ancient and modern ideas align with what Humanode brings to our world today. But before we dive in, a quick disclaimer, as philosophical concepts I'll touch upon have been simplified, as the majority of philosophers will discuss never foresaw blockchain, and linking their insights to Humanode is quite an interpretive intellectual exercise. So we will explore 4 big questions that I hope will challenge how we think about Humanode. First, we'll discuss central ideals that driving Humanode. Next, we'll trace its roots back to the concepts from the history of thought. Then we'll examine movements that form the Humanode philosophical DNA. And finally, we'll consider how Humanode itself can be understood as a philosophy. So without further ado, let's start. Well, we're all aware of how Humanode is changing our governance and our economy, but its impact goes even deeper as it also challenges us to think about core philosophical dimensions, from the nature of reality and truth to ethics and identity. Humanode core extends beyond decentralization, automation, and programmability. It embraces resilience and open collaboration, and values equality and sovereignty. Rooted in a vision of social and economic freedom, Humanode aspires to create a borderless, self-sufficient network where innovation thrives and hierarchies dissolve. So these fundamental principles resonate deeply with timeless ideals explored by philosophers across history. So to ground our discussion, let's quickly revisit the main epochs in the history of thought, starting with ancient period, when the ideas about truth, existence, and ethics were born. Then medieval period emerged, blending philosophy with theology. Next came the Renaissance, with the revival of human-focused thinking. And modern period followed with the rise of reason and individualism. Finally, the contemporary era brought the plurality of several perspectives, from existentialism to postmodernism, reflecting on technology and human agency in an interconnected world. So let's find some philosophical roots of Humanode's ideas. Starting with ancient period, early philosophical quests delved into the nature of identity and what it means to be human. Moreover, concepts like decentralization and consensus appeared in a Greek city-state or polis. Plato envisions these ideals in his works, particularly in Republic. Also, trustlessness or parrhesia was another core idea, as well as privacy, with Aristotle's distinction between public, polis, and private oikos spheres. Meanwhile, in non-Western philosophy, karma or inevitable consequences may parallel blockchain's permanence, while dharma can reflect decentralized rule following. And moving forward, Taoism, harmony in non-hierarchy, and Li for order may mirror the structured, predictable nature of Humanode consensus. As for African philosophy, Ubuntu principle may reflect the interconnectedness of individuals, stating, "I am because we are," which is seen in Vortex DAO and Humanode's collective agency. Furthermore, blockchain's immutability may mirror determinism and medieval pursuit of eternal truths, while decentralization, feudal hierarchies On the other hand, the Renaissance introduces the concept of security, an idea that becomes central to Humanode's framework. This era was focused on capabilities of humanity and drive for innovation. And for example, Giordano Bruno's idea about the universe as a living infinite organism can be seen in Humanode's potential to enable autonomous and self-sufficient network. Then early modern philosophy, spanning the Enlightenment and beyond, emphasizes reason, individual freedom, and skepticism toward traditional authority. Thinkers like Jean-Jacques Rousseau and John Locke championed personal liberty, autonomy, and property rights. Also, this era focuses on industrialization, which may be seen in smart contracts. As we progress through history, Marx critiques centralized control, advocating for collective ownership, and Humanode by design reflect these ideas, as proof of biometric uniqueness ensures that each participant is uniquely verified and represented in the network. This mechanism eliminates hierarchical structures based on capital or computational power. Then anarchism, seen in DAOs and DeFi, it celebrates community-driven, intermediary-free systems. And Proudhon, industrial democracy, or Kropotkin's mutual aid resonate here, as does libertarian socialism through DAOs that balance egalitarian P2P interactions with social justice initiatives like UBI, universal basic income. And Humanode infrastructure is well suited to support such programs. Lastly, pragmatism. Thinkers like John Dewey underscores technology's role in solving social problems, balancing innovation with human values, and Humanode's approach reflect these ideas and vision of using technology not as an end in itself, but as a means to solve social problems, addressing real-world challenges with a human-first philosophy. And next is contemporary thought. It brings some fresh new perspectives. Thus, phenomenology, which emphasizes individual experience. It aligns with Humanode focused on personalized interactions. And then emphasizing freedom, choice, and responsibility. Existentialism matches with Humanode, which enables autonomous decisions and accountability. Analytic philosophy in Wittgenstein's call for clarity echoes in Humanode's shared language for secure exchanges. And of course, postmodernism, which critiques fixed hierarchies, and Humanode multipolar nature embodies their spirit. Following Michel Foucault, blockchain can decentralize knowledge and power, promoting user control and transparency. Continuing with postmodernism, I picked up two philosophical metaphors that illustrates Humanode vision. Thus, Humanode may be seen as a digital acephaly, headless yet powerful, where power flows equitably among participants, inspired by Georges Bataille's vision of lateral structures and Deleuze and Guattari's rhizome. Humanode embodies a one human, one node ethos in a truly decentralized network. Worth noting that today's thinkers bring diverse perspectives on blockchain. Some recognize its transformative potential, while others, like Slavoj Žižek, are skeptical about it. Now I want to talk briefly about Humanode's philosophical DNA. I believe, and I think many of us here believe, that Humanode embodies a convergence of multiple philosophical movements. These movements form the Humanode's philosophical part, or DNA, blending in it in many fascinating ways, starting with cyberpunk and cypherpunk, which may sound similar, but each hold a unique perspective of freedom and autonomy, while cyberpunk rooted in a new wave sci-fi movement of the 1960s, It imagines rebellion against top-down control. Cypherpunk originated in the late 90s of a small group of people or tech activists. It advocates for cryptographic tools for privacy. Other influences are optimistic yet distinct movements, such as cyber utopianism, also known as web utopianism. It sees technology as a path to democracy and decentralization. It views Humanode as a tool for open, accessible systems that may empower individuals worldwide. And crypto-anarchism. It emphasizes privacy and autonomy, resisting state control through cryptography. Then there is techno-libertarianism and post-humanism. In essence, the first, which is also known as cyber-libertarianism or free World Wide Web movement. It highlights Humanode's role in personal autonomy, while posthumanism envisions it as a transformative medium, reshaping identity in community in order to achieve post-human future. Other core pillars of Humanode are biometric ontology that asks us how we use human essence as the foundation for digital trust and participation. At its core, Humanode replaces traditional measures of authority like computational power or financial stake with the uniqueness of our own biology. It's all about valuing who we are over what we own. And on the right is identity philosophy. It redefines digital identity as both sovereign and unified. Humanode reimagines self as a seamless integration of both physical and digital existence. Next are object-oriented ontology and defensive accelerationism. Object-oriented ontology is a part of a popular speculative realism movement that appeared in the mid-2000s. It views every entity, human or non-human, as equally significant. In this perspective, every block, a smart contract, or code line on Humanode has its own agency, acting within a flat network of relationships. And defensive accelerationism, it is a term that was coined this year by Vitalik Buterin. It calls for responsible tech progress, balancing innovation with ethical responsibility. And Humanode follows these principles. Lastly, solarpunk and lunarpunk. They're hot frameworks within the crypto universe, as well as broader cultural narratives, offering complementary visions for tomorrow. They represent Humanode dual potential, a sustainable open future, alongside robust privacy-focused protections. To further frame Humanode as a philosophy, I want to shortly add several more perspectives. Thus, in terms of metaphysics, Humanode defines identity by rooting it in biometrics. This isn't just about authentication, it's about fusing human essence with decentralized systems. It challenges the traditional separation between human and the digital. As of epistemology, Humanode operates on trustless truth. It leverages collective reasoning and algorithmic consensus to establish what is real and verifiable. Ethics is the heart of Humanode's philosophy. I think, as by building technology on fairness, Humanode seeks to reshape trust and power dynamics. It's about creating systems where equality isn't an ideal, but a default state. As of teleology, or the purpose behind it all, is digital liberation. As Humanode is more than just a technical tool, it's a means to foster a new epoch of human organization. Finally, anthropology, it brings us to the human node, an entirely new archetype of what it means to participate in a human-centric network. It envisions a world where humans are not just users, but integral, unique individuals in a decentralized ecosystem. Mainly, Humanode isn't just a technology. I think it's a living philosophy and experiment in rethinking trust, power, and freedom. It invites us to ask what happens when code carries our values and what happens when decentralization becomes foundational. Together, we're shaping a new human-centric technological paradigm. Thank you.